Hacer el favor, por favor, de dejar toda la hoja afuera de los cajones y también hacer el favor. My name is Marcus Bokish. So what I was just telling the crew right now is to make sure that when they're picking, that they pick as cleanly as possible. The things that we don't want to have in the bin are primarily leaves, as well as possibly bird-damaged fruit that might have some rot in it. In fact, that's one of the things I always tell them. If you wouldn't eat it, you probably don't want to make it into wine. So the reason for that is that any of those things can lead to off flavors in the wine.
Love being out here. This is Eric from Eric Ross Winery. And it's a pleasure to be out here with the crew and doing my little part. Our efforts are really to try to keep all of the leaves and other material out of these grapes that we don't want in the fermentation. So we do this out in the vineyard, as well as once it gets back into the winery, we'll sort one more time. But this fruit today from the Tempranillo vineyard is so clean that we probably will not need to do much of any sorting. The fundamental philosophy of Eric Rost has always been about working with exquisite fruit from high-end professional growers that really know what they're doing and understand the difference between the winemaking and the growing, and they can cross over those two. And that's one of the pleasures of working with people like Marcus.
So there's two cultures really going on here, the culture of the vineyardist and the culture of the winemaker. And it's very, very seldom that those two cultures come together. There's one little tiny spot, which we call our sweet spot. The soil type is about twice as old as the rest of the vineyard. The Tempranillo tends to really concentrate and focus its flavors and its tannins. The very last tractor load of Tempranillo for Eric's program, and the last 3 bins, leafless bins I should say, not one leaf in those bins thanks to Eric's hard work. If you could look at his hands right now, you would see that he's been working really, really diligently with the crew, as he does every year.
And here we are in downtown Lodi, where we make the Tempranillo and also the Albarino at a state crush. And Nick is offloading the fruit at this point and will be weighing it.
49.2474. That's the heaviest load we've seen all year.
And in this case, we will not be sorting because we did such a great job out in the vineyard this time. So it'll go strictly to the stemmer crusher. It'll sit overnight, and then we'll kick it off with fermentation tomorrow.
Absolutely. I think it comes out very clearly in the Eric Ross wines. It's also, from a grower's point of view, an absolute pleasure to be able to get the type of involvement that I do get from my winery clients, and I think on the very top of that list sits Eric Ross Wines.